performing certain activities they like. For example, that particular client, whenever we want to do leg day, she always know what we have to do before we do the main activity. You see, with warm up, we have general warm up and then we have specific warm up. The treadmill or the cycle, or what if you want to jog around the gym, is a general warm up. When it comes to specific warm up, you warm up the specific muscle you are going to work on that day in that session. So she always knew whenever you want to do leg day, specific exercises to activate the muscle before. So she's going to do all of that, and then come back, say, Coach, I'm done. What else?
Okay.
So it's one of the things that you can also do, because she likes it. She know what to do.
Okay.
She do that at her own pace, at her own, and then by the time she gets back, she's really on track.
Oh, I see. That's nice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you've gotten your client nice, warm, ready, about to perform.
Exactly.
Are there some special breathing techniques that you encourage them to do?
Yes. So breathing is very important whenever you want to exercise. You breathe out when you are contracting the muscle. You breathe in when the muscle relaxes.
Hey, hold on, stop. Wait. Hold on. You breathe out when you are contracting a muscle.
Exactly.
Okay. So if I'm doing a push-up, I breathe out when?
So you breathe out when you are pushing up. That's
when I'm down.
When you are pushing
And I'm
yourself
pushing
up.
up.
Yes.
That's when I breathe out.
Yeah, that's when you breathe out.
So.
If you so.
Okay. I'll try it today and see which one it is.
But that is the point where the pectoralis and then the triceps, they contract.
Yeah.
Yes, so that is the point you breathe out. And then when you go down, you relax, you breathe in. Yeah.
So, no, hold on. So the breathe out is when I'm pushing up.
Yes.
And then when I'm going down,
I breathe in.
Okay, I'll try it when I get home and see whether you are telling me the truth or the other one. But does that help? If your breathing is coordinated properly?
Of course, it helps. Because you are mindful of the activity. Your mind is there.
Mm-hmm.
Your mind is on your breathing. You don't get to have irregular. If you are not breathing well, you can't do the activity very well.
Okay.
You are going to increase the intra-abdominal pressure.
Mm-hmm.
The abdominal also helps in breathing during exercise. So if you are not breathing properly, you are going to increase the pressure in there. It's going to cause a lot of problems. So it's important that you coordinate your breathing. Another thing you can do is to say before the exercise or even after set, you do box breathing. So you can choose like 4 seconds. So you breathe in 4 seconds, you hold for 4 seconds, you breathe out 4 seconds, you hold for 4 seconds. It's a way of calming yourself down. Yes, and then being mindful of whatever activity you are doing.
I see. You've mentioned some very interesting things that I think we should all be not only cognizant of, but we should try and integrate that in our lives.
Yes.
I have a very busy schedule. And how, therefore, can I incorporate exercise into my normal lifestyle in a manner that it will be beneficial as a stress relief mechanism? Yes.
So, in terms of people who have a very busy schedule, what you can do is to, for example, in your commute, you can just park away from whether it's your house or your workplace so that you can take that short minute to walk to your work or to your house. You can take the stairs instead of the elevator. You can opt for a standing desk instead of sitting.
Do you know where I can find one to buy?
I'm sure you can get some there.
Yeah, but I think the standing desk option is pretty cool, but
yes.
I don't know where I can. I know I can get it outside this country, but where I can just walk to a shop and say, hey, I want a standing desk and get to it. Nothing really immediately comes to mind. But yes, a standing desk is a nice option.
Exactly.
And so talking about standing desk, they were thinking about having treadmills under your desk that you could be walking on it whilst you're at work.
Well, that is going to be very sophisticated, but
no, there's actually one that it doesn't even run on power. You are the power.
Yeah, there's one like that.
It just makes a bit of noise, but it can work whilst you're there. Please go on.
Sure. And then we can also take short exercise regimes. 15 minutes is not bad. 15 minutes to 20 minutes exercise is not bad. Just some micro ones you can do.
Like what? So
like the push-ups you mentioned.
So I'm going to work. I leave home at 6:30. Okay, I leave home at 5:30 because I live, far away. I get to the office at 7. I close at 5. I get home at 9. Okay, I close at 5. I get home at 8. Rush hour, traffic, blah 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 blah. That's the scenario I'm giving you.
Mm-hmm.
How can I exercise?
So 1, before you take your bath, you can just do jumping jacks 20 and go and shower.
Okay. Now it makes sleep come. Good idea. It will make you sleepy. Yeah.
So jumping jacks 20.
Okay.
Before you shower, jumping jacks 20 before you sleep. Right. So you come from work, before you go and shower, you do jumping jacks 20 and then you go to bed. So you can, that 15 to 20 minutes, you can spread it across the day.
Okay.
For example, if you want to make a phone call, you can just walk around instead of sitting down and scrolling.
Okay.
Yes, so just walking around with the phone call. You can also, like I said, do things that if you like dancing, you can just take 5 minutes and dance.
Okay.
Play some music, move around, all in a form of improving or increasing your physical activity per day. So these are the kind of things that you can do if you have a busy schedule that you cannot actually set time for.
So
an exercise
it means busy schedule is no longer an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
You can find ways to.
Of course.
So there was this lady who was talking about the fact that she does squats. And so she would just stand by her desk, hold her desk, and do 10 squats. And then continue her day.
Yeah.
She was going for an interview. She actually did it to improve blood flow to her brain so that she'd be sharp. I was like, oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does.
But then if you do a couple of those things in between. So we are talking about climbing the stairs. We are talking about walking. Whenever you have to make calls, do them whilst we are walking. You could also actually have a walks around lunchtime. So like lunch break when other people be doing stuff, you can actually take that time and go for a walk.
Exactly.
So that you would get that inside. You talk about doing the jumping jacks when you get home.
Yeah.
Because then if you are sweaty, you can have a shower then. And then you go to bed.
You go to bed.
And then if you don't have to leave home at 5:30 in the morning, you can exercise in the morning.
Yeah.
What do you think of those YouTube videos where there's high intensity interval trainings that they do on YouTube? They do 1, 2, 3, then you do 40 seconds, then stop, rest for 10 seconds, and do another.
Yeah.
Are they helpful?
So they are helpful, but that's why you need guidance because it's not everyone. You remember I mentioned something about exercise therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It is a way of tuning a particular exercise program for the individual. You cannot just exercise anyhow. Mm-hmm. Whenever you want to exercise, actually you need to get a pre-exercise screening. You do a test, to see if you deem fit to exercise. Because
your heart can give up on you.
Exactly. Watching that video that you think you can do, you might cause harm to yourself. So it is important that you talk to your doctor, give you the clearance that you'll be able to exercise, and then you get on with it. So if you want to watch the YouTube videos, just do it at your own pace. Listen to your body. Be mindful of whatever you are doing. If your body is saying you are tired, please stop. So that you don't increase any risk of injury.
Kwesi, thank you very much. This has been quite educative. We are going to take our first break. Our song for today is Aseda by MOG Music, featuring Adam the Evangelist.
Z 101.9 FM.
Now I am a minty, may you yeah. I have seen so many struggles. I have fought so many battles. Walked the lonely road of life. What you need them? What carry wo? What you need them? Nyami wenja mi mo. Yeah, so I walk through the valley of shadow of death. Me I no go fear no super. I will speak of your praise to the end of the world. Baba, you deserve my praise. Aya.
Times and so many problems, but God, it be you solve them, it be you who change my story, oh. And the way your blessings and mercy, they follow me, go. See, everywhere I go, the people they know, cause the way your blessings overflow, God, it can only be yours. See, ain't it? One pen so I would in my bedroom, oh, sing it. One pen so I would in my bedroom, my God,
It's your lifestyle brochure and business radio.
Z 101.9 FM.
Welcome back. This is the Z Wellness Link, and today we are discussing stress. My name is Dr. Padiaite. I'm your host. And my other guest for today is Dr. Kelly Daniels. Dr. Daniels, where's your Daniels from? Where's your
I
Daniels
like
from?
the question. Daniels is from Cape Coast.
Ah! You are welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Oh, Dr. Daniels is a relationship consultant and family advocate. When
Right.
I saw the relationship consultant, I thought he was only doing girlfriend-boyfriend business. But he reminded me that relationship actually is more of an HR subject area, but it's relationship between teams, between boss and subordinates, corporate relationship and corporate organizations, and all that kind of stuff. So it is not only marital issues, but it is also corporate issues. Dr. Daniels,
Yes, sir.
welcome to our program.
Thank you very much. Good to
Today
be
we are
here.
discussing stress.
Right.
And I kept this question for you, which is, when we say stress, what do we mean by it?
Anything that takes away your peace.
Ooh.
Anything that takes away your peace.
Okay.
The direct opposite of stress is peace. Peace, stress. So anything that takes away your peace, and peace is broad. And
Yeah,
so
it-
peace
it is
in
your peace.
general.
I mean, whatever-
exactly.
okay.
Exactly. Whatever takes away your peace in any area of your life has replaced itself with stress.
Okay, interesting definition, but it does make a lot of sense.
Right.
So oh, sorry, go ahead.
So you can lose your healthy peace, you can lose your wealthy peace, you can lose your financial peace, you can lose your relationship peace. Peace is broad. So anything that doesn't have peace delivered on the table is offering stress for free.
I'm looking at you.
Right.
This definition of peace, a lot of people are causing stress.
Right.
Okay, all right, got it. What are the typical sources of stress that you encounter most of the time that people complain about?
Oh, well, I'll take the first one. What are the different sources of stress? Because some people may not even know
That
what
is causing stress, yeah.
exactly. So I put it in two categories or three categories at most. The first category is the self-inflicted stress, unknown or known to the person involved.
Okay.
The second is the pressure from societal inadequacies. And the third is the one that you unforesee. And so these three are major sources of stress. So one, self-inflicted. Two, job-related or family-related circumstantial stress.
Okay.
And then the third is the one that intentionally comes to literally wreck you. I might want to like to use the word the devourer.
Okay.
You never see that coming, but when it comes and it hits you hard, you never had a budget for it, never had a plan for it, never had you did not see it coming, but it hits you like a big bang, and then you get to have to control or manage it.
Okay.
So it's in three different ways, yes.
That's the unexpected one.
Yeah, the last one is the unexpected one.
A hurricane has come to
A hurricane, a
Accra
volcano,
floods.
Accra
Even though we
flood.
expect it, it's still unexpected.
I like that.
Accra floods, yeah. Or
Right.
your government decides to do DDP.
You
That
see,
was really stressful.
that was exactly,
Unexpected and, very stressful. Okay. So those are like major causes of
major causes of stress.
Of stress.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. How does stress therefore impact personal and professional life?
It deteriorates you from hero to zero if well not managed. I mean, there's no two ways about it. The presence of stress is the presence of everything you cannot put on a list.
Okay.
It's an endless list of possibilities of negativity. So whatever you permit would grow in terms of stress. So the stress you don't curtail would grow, expand, multiply, and eventually it will cause you general loss.
So it affects personal life,
It affects personal life,
Affects
family
professional
life,
family life,
your being, your existence.
your health.
Your existence, everything about
Everything.
you. In fact, stress is all encompassing in the sense that you can be financially stress-free and still be maritally stress-bound.
Okay.
You can be health-free and still be financially incapacitated. It will still affect every other part of your life.
Okay.
So you see, there's no little here or little there. It affects everything.
Would you call addictions a cause of stress?
I would call stress a cause of addiction.
Stress can manifest
Stress will eventually bring up addictions.
some kind of addiction as a coping
Yes.
mechanism.
Yes.
And then
So, but then you need to replace an addiction with another addiction to be stressful or stress-free. So if I am stressed, I need to do a background check on what is giving me stress and replace that addiction that has formed into a character with a more positive addiction that rewires my character. Yes.
his own was easy. We just go exercise. Everything is done. Yours is complicated.
But I'm a consultant. What do you expect? What do you expect? I'm supposed to go on the broader scope spectrum, so yes. But I'll answer any question if you send to
I
me.
do appreciate exactly what you are saying,
Right.
and it's gives us a way out, because if you manage your stress well, you don't do certain things.
Absolutely.
And those things are eventually what will give you trouble, because they actually worsen your
you know,
plight.
if you're depressed, you won't even exercise. So no matter what they tell you in the gym, you won't even go there in the first place. You would even sack your personal trainer because you're not in the right frame of mind, because certain things are not in place in your life. It takes an intentional, purposeful desire to go to the gym, and the origin of wanting to go to the gym is a quest for a sound mind. Now, if your sound mind is truncated, there's no desire to do anything else.
Wow. So, at least we know what the problem is. We know possible sources. Let's
Right.
look at it from. We know that they are relationship-related stress.
Right.
Anybody who's in a relationship knows that they are stressed. What about work?
Work stress.
What are some of the things that cause stress at work?
The wrong choice of career is the fundamental reason for work stress. Not knowing what you're meant to do and settling for something just because it gives you something temporarily for comfort. You are shooting yourself on the foot, because at every given point of a career, there's a higher demand as things metamorphose. So the higher the demand should make you actually stronger and able to deliver if that's your job. Other than that, you get strained and strained and strained until you pack up. So the first thing to check in work stress is this kind of job meant for me? Is this what I want to do the rest of my life? Is this what my genuine passion is? Is this my purpose here on earth? Is this in line with what I'm meant to be doing? 10 years from now, do I want my name to be written in the dailies for something positive in this work? These are the questions you need to ask yourself. 20 years, 30 years from now, I'll still be a consultant regardless of what I do. And this will be primary on my list because this is what gives me primary or personal fulfillment.
Yes.
Make me the president of Ghana and I would make relationship consulting a primary factor in all the sectors. Because that is what gives me fulfillment. And gradually, Ghana will understand the benefits of me being president, majoring in that sector. That's exactly what it means. So finally, first of all, find out, are you meant to be doing what you're doing? And second of all, do you have what it takes to manage the stress in that community? Because stress is everywhere. You cannot say we don't have stress here. There is. You just have a mechanism to curtail it. And one way of curtailing stress is the mastery of what you do. And the attitude to face whatever obstacle comes. What I'm saying in essence is that you should expect it to come, so you prepare for it before it comes. You see, the attitude you have in identifying and dealing with stress is more important than the stress itself.
Okay.
It's more needed than the stress itself. For example, if I have the shock absorbers to take a ridiculous boss, no matter what that guy does to me, I would serve on top-notch delivery, and he will struggle to find faults in what I do.
Yes.
Because I'm prepared that no matter the kind of boss I have, I'll prevail until I decide to leave.
Yeah.
It will be, in fact, it'll be difficult for him to sack me because I'll be doing even his job in his absence. Not to take over his position, but the things that he hasn't even thought about, I will intuitively do them for him. How do you want to fault such a worker?
Oh, some people still try.
Yes, they can try. That's what I'm saying. They can try, and in fact, they can even make you lose your job. But deep down in their heart, they know that they have shot themselves because you can't be bothered either.
Yeah.
Because it can only make you a better version of yourself.
Yeah.
So they are very welcome to do their best, worst, and
But that kind of person is the one who is doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Well, that kind of a person is a
The
person
one who has that kind of mindset and that kind of attitude.
That's one. But if you find yourself in a place where you have to manage for the now, you've got to have an intentional coping mechanism to get the best out of what you do regardless. Because you can't always wait for what you are meant to be doing before you move. So wherever you are, there's an attitude to be the very best you can ever be in that space. Yes.
So, first point. Doing the wrong profession,
yes,
or being the wrong role,
yes,
or doing the wrong kind of job,
yes. And then secondly, not mastering the attitudinal requirement for pressure unforeseen.
Okay.
Yes. So you just prepare your mind. For example, I said to myself, what if I get there and I'm not called upon? I'll stay at the reception. I'm ready for, and I'm not going to feel bad. And that's what happened. For example, if you give my other panelists 80% of the attention and give me 20, I'm content. I came prepared for it. So it doesn't affect my countenance.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So when you get into a space, a workspace, you've got to be more mature than the founder himself. And
that will make you a very good hire if you come with that kind of a mindset.
It's a mentality of conquest even before the battle.
Yeah.
It's difficult for you to be dispensable when you have such a mindset. I'm not saying know everything about the job. I'm saying be determined to take the hits regardless of the velocity or the temperature. That helps you.
That kind of resilience as an employer, personally, is kind of difficult to find.
Well, that's why we are here to train, to help people get to that level. That's why people chicken out of relationships and marriages. You're not even prepared for what it is. You just live because you're not happy. Who told you marriage makes people happy? Marriage doesn't make you happy.
Please say that part. Say it again. Say it. What do you say?
Marriage doesn't make you happy. Marriage is not for people to go into it and be happy. Marriage is not for people to go into relationships and be happy. Who cares about you? It's about the purpose for which we've come together. It's not for you, it's not for me, it's for what we have agreed to achieve. So let our goal be focused on what we want to achieve, and naturally we won't beg happiness to show up. But if you want to go into marriage because you want to leave your parents' house to be happy, Obe Boka. In fact, you've already, the car is already waiting for you in advance.
Your name is written on it.
It's written,
come and claim
stamped and sealed.
Come and claim it.
And he's not making me happy. Who says it's not for people to be happy? It's for work. Marriage is for work. Relationship is for work. Love is for work. It's only beautiful when they both understand why we've decided to be in love, or why we have decided to be in this relationship, or why we've decided to be married. So if you say, I want to get married, I must think about the worst you can do to me in the next 70 years.
And say,
I would stay in it. I'll either help you or at least help myself. If I can't help you become a better version of yourself, I'll help myself stay in it, and hopefully wish that you would look at me as an example, because regardless what is happening in the marriage, I'm still thriving, everything else is moving on, and you should be like, what crack can make this guy go down?
That's what they say, Ubo also embo.
Exactly. So you must have that. You see, that mindset, it's golden. It's more than any money you can get in the world, because that's why billionaires take their own lives. They don't have that thing I'm talking about. Once you have it, whether you have $1 billion or 0 kobo, you are a king.
Yeah.
Because nothing moves you. Nothing, no circumstance shakes you. Even if even if I'm going home today and my landlord has already locked my house to say, I'm done, I'll say, okay, life continues from here, period. I might not even beg. I might even start laughing.
Yeah, and I know that kind of a feeling. And then, yeah, with the right resilience, it comes like, oh, okay, so I should leave. Okay, no problem,
fine.
Life goes on.
Exactly.
But you know, tomorrow you'll be fine. No
exactly. You were check your life 3 years before now. Weren't you better than what you are now?
I'm far better than 3 years ago.
Exactly. So all the stress and unnecessary adrenaline you were putting in the negative way, it didn't pay off. No. Because eventually things turned out beautiful. So just look at the beautiful side of life and invest your energy and passion in that arena. You'll achieve more than you even thought you could achieve when you just have the right perspective of handling matters.
My focus personally is, can I fix it?
You're not meant to.
And if I can't fix it,
exactly,
what can I do about the situation?
Sleep.
What happens next?
Drink water and sleep.
And then I always say that if you give me enough time, I always figure out a way.
Yes, you will figure out. But if they don't give you enough time, you can't kill yourself. No. Daniel said, why is the king's matter in a haste? I mean, you say I should go and do an assignment. You are giving me pressure to. As I relax. Why must I interpret your dream at your own pace? Yeah. I'm the one you are trusting to hand. So please don't pressure me. Yeah. If you pressure me, you get the wrong result. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not even going to mind you. I'll just focus on the dream. When I'm ready, I'll deliver.
Yes, I deliver.
Period.
But having that mindset is good. It's good. It's
right, gold.
Precious,
GOLD. Yeah, I'm telling you, no stress. No stress.
So since you brought that up,
right.
The next question automatically comes that how does one build that kind of resilience in oneself?
Knowing that nothing can take you out against your time. if it's not my time, it will not happen. You can't take me out against my chronological calendar. And so while I am at it, if I can still live to the next day, come on, nothing should shake me. And I don't even need to wait until the next day. While I'm still talking to you, as long as I have breath, you can't do anything to affect my persona, because you can't buy me with money. I can if I know I'm meant to serve in this organization, withhold my salary for 2 years, I'll be here. In fact, you watch me giving people money that, oh, you've not had lunch, take. Because you see, you are not my source. My source is the reason why I'm empowered for you to want to employ me. Because you need me that you've employed me, means I have what you need.
Yeah.
So your money can't make me a better person. It's my skill and value that makes your company a better person. So your money given to me is just a compensation for mobility, which my source can provide regardless of you. What if this was my company and I couldn't make money in 2 years? Would I pack it up? No, I wouldn't. So why should I leave because I wasn't paid a salary? Anyway, not many people have this mindset. So let's just...
That's what I'm asking.
Let's just move. We are not ready for this conversation in Ghana.
If you see, this is premised and is based on what am I supposed to be doing with my life?
Right. Okay.
Because if you know that you are where you are supposed to be,
right,
nothing shakes you.
You see,
because you know that, hey, I'm supposed to be here for a set season, and when the objective has been achieved, I will move. People try and push me off track because it allows me not to achieve my objective.
You see,
as long as I remain in that space, I can achieve my objective. When the time comes, I'll move on to wherever I'm supposed to move on.
Precisely.
But that kind of mindset it's not common.
Well, genius is not common.
And I'm just wondering how we can build it. Look, I've gone through personal adversity, and I have learned how to handle a lot of these things and how to cope with it.
Okay.
But I've come to realize that not many people are willing to. This is the challenge. I am going to live up to it. This is the challenge. I am going to live up to it. They always say that you're being too difficult. You're asking too much, or this is too difficult. Not that. No. Nothing is beyond my level of intelligence if I put my mind to it. So I'm going to put my mind to it and deliver.
That itself is genius.
When I leave, you miss me.
That itself is genius. Genius are not intelligent people. Genius are people who just know that this thing must work through them. Period.
And they find a way to make it work.
You see, there are two things we need to understand in terms of work.
Mr. Gandhi, I've spoiled your time today. Please go on.
There's something we call a job. There's something we call a field. There's something we call a job and there's something called a work. There's something called a field and there's something called a ground. Your field is your natural area of flourishing. The ground is a place where you invest energy to get result from. Just like a work is something that comes to you naturally. But a job is something you have to wait till you are rewarded for. So know where you are, why you are there, and how to navigate your way through it. Just define it by yourself. Is this my work or my job? Determine to see it as whatever it is, squeezing out the best out of it. For example, I want to be a pilot.
You have a gym instructor here. He wants to be an excellent gym instructor.
Okay, fine. I want to be.
He loves his work.
I want to be good. Exactly.
Train you for free.
So I want to be. I want to own
you do that all the time, eh?
Yes. I want to be known as Ghana's most famous fitness coach.
Yes.
That's my goal. It's going to take me breaking through structures, cadres, principalities and powers in government to have that nationally acclaimed position.
Yes.
So it won't come over the night, and that's why he's still here, as at this level. What do I do between now and then? What can push me to empower me to do two things? networking, which would now provide the second one, which is called the net worthing. My net worth and my network would automatically feed my net worth. Network talks about my investments in people and people's investments in me based on association, which has got to be intentional. Now, my network automatically uprises depending on who I have in my life, intentionally so.
Okay.
But before I become that goal achievement personality I want to have, there's nobody around me who wouldn't know that I am a health conscious gym enthusiast.
Okay.
For free. I would go to people's houses, my colleagues' houses, and say, Charlie, if you do so and so sit-ups, this is the result you would get.
Yeah.
If you do so, and you see, when you know your worth, when you know your work, your job supports your work.
Okay.
So he's working here, for example, but his main goal is to become that.
Okay.
Therefore, his primary minimum short-term goal is to make everybody in this organization energetically fit and sound.
Okay.
There's no way
an impact to the immediate
exactly.
Yeah.
There's no way that consistently after some time word will not go out to Charlie guy or a good, and that might be eavesdropping into the ears of an MP.
Yeah.
Who has other MP friends? Bingo, that's where you go. Before you know it, and you see, one major thing that makes people stressed is that they think of bills beyond value.
Yeah, that's true.
How do I achieve this in my life? Oh, I need so and so amount. Who told you need money to make it in life?
No, you don't.
Nobody needs money to make it in life. It's shocking to say, oh, well, what was Dr. Kelly Daniels talking about? You don't need money to be a billionaire. You need the right spirit, right association, and the right source. And money is not your source. The giver of money is your source. So keep your relationship with him intact. Keep your character intact as a person. Now, intentionally invest value into people who don't even deserve it. There's a portion of the good book that says, when the heart of a man pleases God, even his enemies become his friends.
Yes.
And it is those relationships and those friendships and those enemies that would directly or indirectly recommend you to high places. So getting to high places can't be bought with money. Otherwise, it is with the same money they will pull you down. But when character, integrity, and spirituality puts you at a pedestal, no hell can put you down. So it's not money you need. It is the virtue that keeps money when money comes we should actually be craving for.
Kwesi, have you heard?
I've heard.
Are you going to do that? Be taking notes. Notes are in your head.
In my head.
In the afro. You have kept everything.
Everything.
It's very important too. Asamaba. We're working in one direction and we've segued into something
totally
else,
different.
which is helping. Our discussion now has been addressing how to manage the stress.
Right.
Yeah.
And that is where we've gone into. We've spoken about exercise first, and then we are talking about techniques by which you can actually work in your office or in your current environment,
Right.
toxic or difficult though it may be, to manage the stress. We shall take a short break so that I can go and call your friends and who didn't join from the beginning that they are missing something. Our second song, can you imagine if you are not playing our second song? Because I apologize. It's not me. It's my guests, the two of them. My second song is Big God Afro by Kofi Osupepra.
Z 101.9 FM.
Yes, you go, boy. The bigger, 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 bigger. The bigger, 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 bigger. Yeah, Lord. A song says, beautiful one, oh, mighty warrior. Wako kuroko, onyami amuwana china di ayonene. Mutini every day. You are the God of all flesh, nothing too hard for you. Mere words can't describe the God you are. Beautiful one, oh, mighty warrior. Wako kuroko, onyami amuwana china di ayonene. describe you. Big God, big God, oh. New words can't describe the God you are. Hey, if the problem is big, oh, bigger is the strong. If the sickness is strong, oh, stronger is the healed. Achimana Wukujimu man, undisputed champion, never lost the battle. New words can't describe the God you are. If the problem is big, oh, bigger is the strong. If the sickness is strong, oh, stronger is the healed. Hey, Achimana Wukujimu man, undisputed champion, never lost the battle. New words, everybody, let's go. Big God, oh, big God, hey, you are too big, so big and not oh, bigger, 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 oh, bigger, 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 bigger. New word, hey, sing new word, sing new word, sing new word, sing new word, sing new word.
101.9 FM.
Welcome back. This is the Z Wellness Link. Dr. Padiaite, your host. And today we are having a very interesting discussion on stress and its management with Dr. Kelly Daniels, a relationship consultant and family advocate, and Kwesi Sam Aqua, an exercise consultant. Kwesi spoke to us earlier about the various exercises that we can do as a method to manage our stress. And Dr. Daniels is now taking us to some other things that we can do for stress management. And we've just had a lovely discussion on the role of the being in the right space to ensure that you can handle whatever stress comes your way from work, and also having the resilience to handle whatever comes your way when you especially know that you are doing the right thing at the right time in the right place. Dr. Daniels.
Yes, sir.
I have a few things I'd like to have your thoughts on.
Okay.
How important is time management in stress reduction?
It's everything. Time mastery is surpasses time management.
So our objective should be time mastery.
Time mastery should be
And
the
not
focus.
management.
Managing it already tells you are behind schedule.
Okay.
Mastering it puts you at the right side of the clock.
Okay.
You are always, there's a difference between being in time and being on time. Being in time means that before the scheduled time, you are ready to deliver. Being on time means just at the point of the necessity for you to deliver, you are there.
Okay.
Being out of time is that even when that time has come, you are still not ready. So you have to be in time. That's why I say you have to be pre-conscious of the worst case scenario.
And you manage for
And
it.
mastery talk comes from the word master. If you've mastered your time, you would always be in time. Because the disadvantage of being on time is that eventualities could happen on time, and if you don't have the capacity to handle that situation, you would mismanage it. That's the difference between being in time, on time, and out of time. And so, what is time mastery? Time mastery is the comprehension of the purpose of what is at stake. If you know what you want to achieve, you should know what investment is required to get the job done. Nobody would have to tell you that it will take so and so time, or so and so period, or you need so and so resources. Master the art of purpose. The purpose of a thing defines the kind of investment needed to achieve the thing. And time is the first thing to put into perspective. Can a man not know the cost of a building and start building?
Yeah.
No, he cannot. Now, that cost is not money. That cost is the investment of his involvements. But many people think that cost is money. You can have money and still take 12 years to build a house that should take you three months to build.
Okay, that's true. That's very true.
Yes, you can have bad people, bad contractors.
Yeah.
You can have bad material. You can have bad architecture, bad everything else. Just that you have money, you will still be a failure. So master the efficacy of purpose. When you know what this thing is meant for, automatically all that it needs to be executed is what you'll be thinking about. And time is certainly the first thing that you think about. I want to have a house. What will it cost me to build it? Not how much money it will cost me. What will it cost my involvement to ensure that it's executed? You see, time and money are not the same.
We say time is money.
No, time is not money.
Time is not money.
Time has never been and will never be money. Like I said, you can be in time, you can be on time, and you can be out of time. Time is the
But with money,
measure.
with money, you either have money or you don't.
You don't. Time is the measure of how much money you can have. Time determines how much money you can have. And time is relative when it comes to seasons. Because it can be your time and not your season. So you can be on time for a particular thing, but if you're in the wrong season to make it happen, you'll still be a failure. And it look like even God is not on your side.
Yeah.
So you need to know the difference between time and season before you think about what money is. Because you don't need money to achieve anything in life. I say it again. You don't need money to achieve anything in life.
Because he doesn't believe you.
See, money is
He's looking
from,
at the weight he wants to buy.
money
and
is
how much the weight costs.
money is from the word mammon. So
Yes.
it's spiritual.
Yes.
Money is a defense, but not the main factor.
Okay.
So put your purpose ahead of you, invest the requisite involvement you need, and the
money will
money needed will trickle in or come in like a surge.
That is true.
Because if you
No,
wait
that-
for
that is very, very, very
if you
true.
wait for XYZ amount of money to achieve something,
doesn't.
you may never have the ability to start. And there are people who actually have the kind of money they need to execute it, but the passion is absent.
Yeah. So it doesn't happen.
So it doesn't happen, though the money is there, though they are related to people with intellectual resources. So you can have money and still end up a non-entity to yourself and your family name. So the focus is purpose. What do I want to achieve? What are my short-term goals? What are my long-term goals? Intermittently, that short-term goal can be a long-term goal. Intermittently, that long-term goal can be a short-term goal. But you need to understand the purpose for which you want to achieve what you want to achieve. And then that purpose defines the quality of involvement
An investment.
needed to be invested. And then you see that money answers to... See, I don't want to go too spiritual, so let me say the universe. The universe has a way of rewarding your thoughts.
That's true.
Without prayer, what's your thoughts? The accumulation of your thoughts would come out of your
As a man
mouth.
thinketh,
So he is. But you see, it starts from thinking. Then, the more you think about a particular thing, the more you begin to talk more of it.
Yes.
Involuntarily, you start talking about it. Now, the more you talk about what you keep thinking about, the more you start acting towards that. You just find yourself relating with people who think like that.
Yeah.
And the accumulation of your thoughts, your words, your actions would create what you might want to call a habit. And that habit would emerge into a character that cannot be taken away from you. It has become a part of your DNA.
Yeah.
When you are known for a thing, you are better trusted that way than when you are not known for something and you are being suspiciously thought about.
Yeah, that's true.
So a man who has seen your consistent prospective patterns can put his money on you without you asking for it. He would see that, I've seen this guy work in this dimension for so long. I want to achieve so and so and so. Let me borrow his mindset to achieve my thing.
Yeah.
But you see, it's when you are faithful with another man's business, you have yours to achieve. So you see, you don't need money. You don't need money.
Yeah.
The reward of helping a man achieve his own vision is the one you use as resources to achieve yours eventually.
It does come.
That's exactly how life works.
And we started from time management. Look how we ended.
Exactly.
Yeah, but so if we manage our time properly, essentially, it will result in us having.
If you know your purpose rightfully, you would know the kind of time needed, and I mean the kind of mastery of time you need to invest into it
to achieve the stated
Right,
objective,
right.
and therefore create an environment that is less stressful.
I would say it's an environment not toxic to the purpose of which you are investing time.
Yeah. Can organizational culture play a role in stress management, and if so, how?
Yes, certainly, all the time. Write the vision, make it plain that he that reads it will run with it. If you don't have a healthy structure, no matter how intelligent the mind of the people who have come to serve in that organization are, you will not deliver. So you need to put in perspective the pluses and minuses of the individuals involved before you create a rule or a law. Laws were not created before human beings. Human beings were created before law and structure came in place. It is based on the human beings existing in the world that those structures and laws were created.
Yes.
I don't know if you understand what I'm
No, I'm
saying.
saying, yes.
So saying that
we've looked at what is normal behavior.
exactly.
and we
So
want to
based
maintain
on
normal
that,
behavior,
you
so
create
we are writing the laws that this is normal and this is
exactly.
abnormal.
The 10 Commandments came as a result of the hearts of the people involved. So you don't create how you want your business to be before you employ people. Just have a mindset of what you want to achieve. The people inside determines how you achieve it.
Yeah. Like a football coach who wants to play with a striker.
Yes, and he's writing
he doesn't
rules.
have a striker.
He doesn't have a striker.
yet
Who
his
thought
formula-
exactly? But his formula involves a striker. There's no striker there. You say this one. Somebody should score goal. who should kick it? So that's how it works.
All right. So, but practically,
Right.
Kwesi as an organization, what steps can they put in place to ensure that the workers relate in a manner that is less stressful?
Understand the common goal.
As in everybody there.
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody must understand the common goal.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody understands the common goal, ensure that they buy into the common goal, because they can understand it and not buy into it.
Okay.
Let that goal now be internalized and personalized. So understand, identify, understand, and personalize the common goal. That way, you don't even need to watch anybody to do nobody needs eye service performances, and nobody needs supervision. Everybody just knows what they must do because it's a common goal. So it's now their company, not just yours. And that's how people deliver.
Because once we do that, they'll all be pulling in the same direction.
They will all be pulling in the same direction, and they will all replace anybody who is not on seat, because it's a common goal you want to achieve. So we won't let you obstruct the main goal. So you are sick, fine, we'll see you later. But this work must be done. I wish we all could imbibe this. Like Ghana.
Like I said, I run a business and I have to employ people. And I always say this, the biggest problem with running a business in this country are people. People say it's credit. No, it's not credit. People say it's money it's not money from the bank, it's the human beings.
Yeah.
Human capital
Yes,
involved.
if you can get them to work the way they should, half of our problems are gone. Because if you are delivering and if you have an excellent product and you are delivering, money tends to chase you.
Right.
You don't look for the money. They come and say, can we give you this?
Because of the power of consistency in excellence.
So that is never the problem. The problem is getting the right kind of human beings to operate at the level that you want them to operate at consistently.
You see, there are two things we need to put in perspective. It's not how it's not the kind of work you do. It is how you do the work. It is not the words you say. It is how you say what you say. So that spirit of excellence that you must have determines how you say what you say and how you do what you do. There's an installation of lights that must be in this studio, and you call two different people. No matter the level of intelligence they have, they will do it in two different ways. And you see that one is better than the other. Yeah. Why? It is not just fixing the light, it is how the light is being fixed based on the intelligence of the machinery fixing the light in question. How broad is their mind to try different options? Another person who fixes the light might just be thinking one way. As long as there's illumination in the room, he's fine. Mm-hmm. But another person thinks about aesthetics. Another person thinks about different shades and corners of the room. That's a different mindset which the other person doesn't have. Mm-hmm. But they are both light personalities. They are both electricians. And they both put lights in the room. But who put lights in the room with the spirit of excellence? You make the decision. And that's why you don't hire. You don't hire based on emotions and sentiments or familiarity. Yeah. You don't go and hire your kingsman in the name of the trusts. You cannot trust your kingsman if your kingsman doesn't deliver excellent delivery, even in your absence, without being told.
So there's this story about a king who used to, his advisors came to him and they complained.
Right.
That's why you always send Akwesi, and you don't seem to entrust us with any other responsibility like that. Then he said, to answer your question, let me just demonstrate. Then he calls one of them. There's a ship that has arrived at the harbor. Go and find out if he will take our wheat. So the guy goes and comes back and says, yes, he said he will take our wheat. Then the guy says, when are they leaving? Then the guy says, then we ask. Then he goes and comes back. Oh, they will leave in about 2 weeks' time. Then the guy asked him again, what did they bring? Then the guy says,
let me go and ask. You
then
see?
He goes to ask what they brought. So after this back and forth has gone on for a little while, then he says, Akwesi, come.
Same thing.
He says, there's a ship there. Go and ask him if he will take our wheat. Akwesi goes and comes back. My lord, I spoke to the captain of the ship. His name is John Musa.
Exactly, you see?
He says he will take our wheat. He also said they brought spices all the way from India. And I know that there's a shortage right now in the next town.
Kaya,
so, my lord, if we can pick some of the spices and take it to the next town, we can make that this thing and use that money to go and buy additional wheat.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because the guy has got space on his cargo to carry that wheat.
That's what I'm saying. So now they understand why it always has to be Akwesi.
The right people.
At that point, they all knew that,
yes.
That is why he always sends Akwesi.
Exactly.
And not the rest of us. Then they all put their tail between their legs.
So it's not favoritism. He's just the man who delivers.
He just needs that.
Period.
But we don't seem to have a culture that creates that Akwesi. So part of the problems we have is that boss is not getting what he needs from the subordinate. Subordinate feels boss is giving him too much pressure. And everything I do, nothing seems to please you. So
you see, is the
and that is causing
the consciousness
stress at work
of
then translates to
is the consciousness of the lack of servitude. An average man does not want to serve, but wants to be served.
In our culture.
In our culture, here. And so he's thinking about the money he will make out of the errand you are sending him more than the delivery of the errand itself.
They don't think of value.
That's why you send Shadaba. That's why that's why you will send your workers to go and learn a trade in China or India, and you wait for them for 10 years, they will not come back. Because from there, before they got employment, they were praying for visa. You have come to give them visa for free. You say, go and learn where can come. Massa. See you in another life. They have gone to go for their own greener pastures. They don't care about you. The average Ghanaian doesn't care about nobody's business, but how they personally flourish. The only reward in Ghana for hard work is money. But you must see beyond how much you can make into how much you can invest. You see,
Pause. Hold it. Listen, this man, if I allow him, he will
take
enter
us to
the news zone. You let me play my song. Let's take a pause. And we should drink water. Calm down.
Instead of cry, where is it?
Ask him. We shall get the water right now. We shall take our next song. The song is The Revival Chant by Empress Incorporated.
Z 101.9 FM.
It's your lifestyle brochure from Business Radio.
Welcome back. This is the last. I promise this is our last segment. I promise that this is our last segment. This is the Z Wellness Link. We'll be having an extensive discussion on stress management, which we have now ended up talking as to how we can get organizational behavior to be run in a manner that would ensure that we would have less stress amongst our people. Dr. Daniels.
Yes, sir.
I need 30-second answers.
I don't know about that.
For the following questions.
All right.
Because when we enter, before you're aware, we've reached somewhere. I want to focus.
Okay.
I want to focus. But we really need to talk about organizations and how we can structure them better.
Right.
It's part of the wellness discussion. And I think we need to devote time specifically for that because Look, our country is run by organizations, actually mainly private organizations. The major employer of this country are private organizations, not government. If government wants to increase job creation, all the things he's doing with all those NAPCO and YEPCO and all those co and it's a waste of money and time. All they need to do is tell 1 million people, 1 million companies that we have in this country, that how can I help you employ 2 people? If you get those 2 people employed, that's 2 million jobs you've created. Because there are over 1 million companies in this country, and they are responsible for over 80% of all the people employed.
Mm-hmm.
All we need to do is to get those organizations to hire 2 people. And we've taken 2 million people off the job market. Now, how can we get those organizations to run better? How can we get the human beings that we are employing to work better and more efficiently? How can we then result in them earning good money, and then returns get reinvested, and then we employ indeed more people? I'm worried about our unemployment problem. I'm worried about people who are unskilled and untrainable. I'm worried about what those people are going to do if we don't give them necessary skills for them to realize there's an out for employment. There are ways we can improve the lot of everybody else, but I think running better organizations and allowing people to work in an environment that allows them to flourish, I think would make a huge difference to this country. We will have that discussion, I promise you. However, question: remote work and hybrid work settings, how does that help us? Is it good for stress management? Does it make work more stressful or less stressful?
It depends on the work in itself.
If it's a work that can be done remotely,
get it done remotely.
It makes life more.
If it is work that should be done in person, get it done in person.
Okay.
Yes. You give me 30 seconds. So I don't know what I can do in 30 seconds, but I'll try.
You go ahead.
Give
because will stop you when
every organization must have what I might call the vision, the mission, and the constitution.
Mm-hmm.
So 3: the mission, vision, and constitution, and it must be tabulated visually for everyone to see, and it must be memorized by every staff. That this is our vision, and this is our mission, and this is the constitution. The mission is the how to go where we are going. The mission is where we are going.
The vision is where we are going.
The vision is the mission is where we are going.
Yes.
That's why we call it mission accomplished.
Okay.
The vision is the workability of getting to the mission. The constitution is the rules and regulations to feed the how we get to the mission.
Okay, so that's like the handbook of operations.
Yes.
Oh,
So
okay.
once you have this, whether you achieve it remotely or in person, as long as it falls in line with the original mission, vision, and constitution, we are good to go. Get the job done. Stop bringing people into the office to tie a rope on their neck called a white-collar job. If they are going to get the job done from their family house in Kwehu, let them get it done, as long as it brings you returns. Period. Let's move on.
Thank you very much. Question, answer.
Oh, Abi, I tried.
Yeah. Oh, you tried.
Oh.
I think you did 20 seconds. Well. And it's something I just don't understand that come to the office by force. If you are, my personal thing.
Right.
A lot of these managers are happy in their own houses, so they can't stay in their house.
Do you see one? They must
all
pull
of us
everybody
come
to show up.
No, you come and sit in your office.
That's fine. It's a farm dog. My house is not complaining.
So my cousin works remotely and told her boss that if you make me come to the office, I'll quit this job. And so at some point, she and her husband were both working remotely.
Right.
And the husband saved their company $4 million in rent alone.
See what
just
I'm saying?
because she was like, hey, we are not coming to the office.
Exactly.
But that's for people who live outside the immediate environs of Accra, and like you're coming from, beyond Fafraha, for example, and you're traveling on that road with all the issues and the traffic, and you're coming into town. That's a 2-hour journey.
Yeah.
But some of those jobs, you don't need to be on the road. You could have done it from home. All you need is a laptop and a modem. And you could have done it from home. Yet you come to the office, you get the laptop there. But for you to be able to use it work from home, no. If it's security, invest in the internet security so that they can work properly. It doesn't make sense to me. But I guess making money is not always the objective. Please, how does one know when it's time to seek professional help for stress?
Ask that question again.
How does one know when it's time to seek professional help for stress? When you have to send them to Kwesi, Kwesi, please, this person needs your services. You need to exercise the person out properly.
Very, very simple. Get the cure before the sickness. What I mean to say is empower yourself against what you want to troubleshoot yourself before the trouble troubles you.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'll
See
say
it
again.
coming from far.
See it coming from afar. Create it, as a matter of fact. We don't create problems here. You see, and you see, money is a reward for problem solved.
Solving, yes.
So create problems. That, okay, what if something happens? How do we curtail it? If we think like that, we'll have less things hitting us unexpectedly.
And then that source of stress is removed.
Exactly.
It was anticipated, planned for.
Yes. So even when it is unexpected, you have too much resources on ground waiting for it to happen. So when it comes suddenly, it comes with minimum damages.
Yeah.
Minimum damages.
Yeah. You shouldn't wait to get to the point where
Yes.
you need.
So
yeah.
don't get a mechanic when you need one. Get a mechanic before you
Long before you.
Yes.
Maybe when you start applying the car. get a mechanic.
No, before you get your license, get a mechanic. Because on the day they give you license, you can run into something.
Okay, so some people didn't plan, and they are having issues with stress. At what point should they recognize the fact that at this point I need help?
Still same question asked in a different way, but I would say that moment when you realize you cannot handle this by yourself,
Yeah.
do not be shy to raise your hand in a drowning water to say, help, I am dying or drowning or losing it. And that comes from the point where you know that you are stretching.
Okay.
Once you start stretching in any dimension, just know that this is not common ground.
So if you are lifting weights and you realize the fact that
Exactly.
your arm is stretching a bit too much,
Just put it down.
just put it
Just
down
put it down. Nobody sent you to kill yourself.
Put it down.
before the weight crashes you.
Yeah.
Because it will.
Is that what you tell them?
It will. Put it down.
Stretch, you see, let me not go into his job, but a stretch tells the body you are bringing in something new.
Yeah.
So you are either prepared for the implications of that stress, or you leave it there.
Okay.
That's why they have to check your body before the proper gym or the gym that they are okay.
That's what he was talking about.
Go
They
do
should check you
medical
out and make
checks
sure that
before.
you're fit. Yeah.
So when they are
okay.
stretching you, it's based on the report sheet you brought.
Yeah.
They know what your
Exactly.
capacity
How far
can
you can
carry.
go.
Exactly.
Next question. How can employees communicate their stress or burnout concerns to their employers in a manner that they'll receive the care they need?
Thank you. Number one, make the purpose of the organization come first in relaying your petition.
Okay. Let it be conversant of their needs.
Yes.
Okay.
No, let him realize that they are conversant of his needs. You are there to serve him.
Okay.
It doesn't care what's going on in your life. So if you have a need, perhaps you want a raise or you want to change your department, boss, I appreciate how far we have come as a company. I see us achieving this and this and this in the nearest future. And I see that it will be done this way and this way and this way. Don't mention your name yet. But I also feel that if we remove this and remove this, we would achieve this and this for the growth and development of the company based on our vision and our mission, which says this and that and that. You've caught his attention. How do we achieve this? You now adjust your seats very well. Say, actually, this is the prototype I have on board. This, if we do this based on this,
You
and
move me from here and
if,
put me
yes, I will do better and achieve this, so and so and so. Don't give me money yet. Let me get the job done. I tell you, before you reach half of the road, he has promoted you 3 times. You can actually get 3 promotions in a year. But I don't care who you are working with. You can promote yourself 3 times in a year. Although they say some people, they promote themselves.
Some companies say they can't move.
You see, it's because of the value you are bringing on board.
They will create space for you.
They will create space
Your
for you.
value will create space for you.
CEO will resign, make you the CEO, and he'll sit in the house.
And chop
He'll
the
become
money.
ceremonial chairman because even the chairman will look for another business to do because this business is flourishing.
So make it to their advantage.
Make it to their advantage, and they will see. You see, let me say this: when a bank employs 2 staff to go to a new settlement to establish a bank, what do they give them? Accommodation, car, at least accommodation and a car.
Yeah.
Health allowance. Now, why are they giving you that? Is it because they like your face? No, they are expecting you to deliver. If you want more of that, deliver beyond what they have expected. They'll give you a private jet without you asking. So you make them see that I am here to please you, not that I'm here for myself and my children and family. Once you put yourself first ahead of the reason why you were employed, you even lose the job.
Yeah. Over time, you're like...
Over time, they're like,
your value
this guy is
decreases.
not for us, he's for himself. It's just a matter of time. So let's find his replacement. So before they fire you, they found a replacement
Yeah,
for you. You
yeah.
just, no. Oh, you people will miss me. We won't miss you. Yeah. We found your replacement.
Can creative outlets or hobbies play a role in improving stress levels?
You can't do without it. All work and no play makes whoever a dull boy or dull girl. So you've got to create relaxation mechanisms intentionally to reduce the pressure that comes from hard work. Hard work is costly, and it takes a leverage of comfort to keep you rolling lubricated.
Where's
Doc.
my exercise consultant, exercise therapist, personal trainer. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very
Your
much.
advice
sir.
has been very insightful, and I think there are a lot of lessons that we have learned
Yeah.
in how we should conduct ourselves to try and reduce our stress levels. Indeed, if the stress is there, so
Is there.
as a method to do that, and the satisfaction that comes from the hormones that are generated when you
Mhm.
exercise
Yeah.
can actually diminish or kill whatever stress you are going through. So thank you very much,
You're welcome.
Dr. Daniels.
Yes, sir.
It's been very insightful, and we have to do this again, but more on organizational behavior and how we can get things moving forward. Thank you very much for coming by. We are really grateful to you as well. People are going to be thinking right now, sitting at home thinking about reorganizing their life.
Of course.
Fully reorganizing their life because they realize the fact that
Most of the time when I do my conferences, yay, 10 years I'm gone. Where were you 10 years ago? I should have met you long time.
Because there are things that you know are true, but it's not organized in a manner that you realize, yeah, this actually is, it's a reality. But those are the things that we all need to pay attention to. And there's a lot of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in this country. We just have to tap and keep tapping into that. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a wonderful time. We today has been an extended version of our program. We've spoken about managing stress for a healthier life balance, and it is our hope that we've sown some seeds in your life that is going to make you make some changes, and implementation of those changes will make your life even better. As part of our objectives for this year, that you shall end this year being a far better person than you started it with. We shall exit with Excess Love by Mercy Chinwo. This is not the original, this is a remix. Featuring JJ Heston and the Youthful Praise. I love this version. It's been great. I will see you guys next week with another wonderful program. Happy Easter and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.
You're tuned in to Z.